Hey guys, what's up? This is WhiteDudeDown with another Star Wars Battlefront gameplay video. This time I'm playing as the Imperials on Hoth in Walker Assault. And something pretty special happens in this game. Up until now, I've been kind of chasing, if you're familiar with any of my other videos, the best that I did in the Battlefront beta was 80-1 on this map as the Imperials, and I've been kind of chasing that ever since the game came out in its full version, and not getting anywhere near it, frankly. And in this game, I set a new highest kills, personal best for myself, and more importantly than that, I do it using a combination of all of the vehicles available as an Imperial. So you see here right now, just finishing up my first AT-AT, the very first one of the game, and in the past, especially in the beta, I'd been rushing to get into the first AT-ST, and I thought that at least in the first phase of the map, on the first control points, that was the best vehicle, the best way as an Imperial to get the most kills. And right now in the current state of the game, that is no longer true. Pretty much you want to avoid that first AT-ST, this pickup right here. It spawns right about there. You want to avoid that at all costs at the very beginning of the game, because it lasts about 2.5 seconds and you get lit up. Everybody on the rebel side will focus you. You know, in addition to the overpowered X-Wings flying around, things like that, you'll just get lit up. You'll see right here, I'm sprinting to the downed walker, right here, and this is kind of where you want to set up, or at least where I do in this game, and I'm still getting locked on from multiple people with ion torpedoes and missiles, but I do get a lot of kills here. My only regret is that when the AT-ST finally does go down, I don't hop out of it. You can actually, I'm not sure how many people know this, but you can actually get out of the AT-ST at any time by holding square on the PS4. I don't do that, and it gives me a death, and although I do get a lot of kills right now, you know, one less death when you're talking about going something like 80 and 1 or 2 or 3, any less death is really going to increase your kill-death ratio for the game significantly. I don't think that's necessarily a huge deal, but I could have hopped out there when I was down around 10% health on that. But currently right now, I think at the start of the game, if you're going for big kills, you want to try and get in that AT-AT. The first one on the left-hand side, the rebels spawn up a lot closer, and the AT-ST just isn't worth it. So get in that AT-AT, call in that orbital strike as soon as you get in it, and then start picking people off with the light blasters, not the heavy guns under the chin. It's just not worth it. They fire a lot slower, and your perspective in the AT-AT is actually different depending on which one of the blasters you use. And the mini blasters, the L1 lasers in the AT-AT, give you a much better perspective of the battlefield. You can see the guy that's in there right now, he's using the heavy blasters, and I'm not sure how good he's doing, but you can fire a lot more shots a lot quicker with the smaller ones, and that's definitely the way to go. So right now, you can see I've done one AT-AT, I've done one AT-ST and died, and now I'm just looking for another vehicle. And with the way that those, if you guys have seen any of my other videos, you saw just how strong the X-Wings and the A-Wings are. Any of the Rebel starships just completely outclass the TIE fighters, so I don't want to get in one of those right now. Pretty much you'll get shot out of the air right away if they have X-Wings up in the air. But what I will do is I'll take the ion torpedo and just fire a couple shots up there just to keep them honest, keep them on their toes. But right now I am looking for another ground vehicle to get into, and really this is the best case scenario right here. Getting in this one, go to some cover, get in that AT-AT, and I actually get really lucky here, and this is where I stack up a lot of kills. Let's see, they are just running around. They're just running around like fools at this point, trying to line up the orbital strike. Wow, I took my sweet time there, huh? So if you're going for big kills, one of the unfortunate truths of that is don't waste your time with the heroes. Luke is down there, and he's gonna do some terrible things to those people. And I can't really reach him right there. He was the only thing that I could see, so I was gonna try and help him out, but I can't reach. So just anytime that you don't have any targets that you can see, fire them right into that hangar, because they really bunch up. And with the way that the lasers explode, pretty nice. Pretty nice just to fire into that hangar. So I'm just trying to make the most out of this thing. The amount of time that you can stay in the AT-AT does go up by a second or two every time that you get a kill. So if you do very well, you're going to keep doing very well. If you look down there, you can see every time the bar turns yellow, my time bar, that indicates that I'm getting a little bit more time because of killing something. Here I'm just firing the heavy blasters into the hangar because I'm not getting any splash damage hits with the lighter ones. I'm gonna get kicked out of here in a little while. And if anybody can tell me why the orbital strike bugs out like that sometimes and forces you, you can't really aim it. If anybody knows why that is, please let me know in the comments below. I've been trying to figure out if that has anything to do with me using it for too long or anything like that. I can't see any kind of a pattern, but it does do that sometimes. So we finished the AT-AT. It doesn't count as a death or anything like that. We'll just get kicked out after your time is up. So right now I'm trying to shoot at some people if I can, but really I'm just looking for another vehicle and dodge that homing shot. I don't really understand why those things are in the game. That's really weird. Personal lock-on missile launcher that you can fire from across the map. But I'm just hanging out over here because the ATST and the AT-AT power-ups come up over there. Just looking for any kind of a vehicle that I can get in because I sense that I'm doing pretty good at this point. See what happens. I don't see any vehicle power-ups, so I'm just going to put this probe droid right in front of the hangar, see if I can get anything. And there's the AT-AT. Anytime that you get in 2 or 3 of these things, you're going to be doing very well on Hoth. And what you just saw me do right there, I run the jetpack and the personal shield just so that if I do see a vehicle power-up, I can boost over to it quickly, hop in there as fast as I can, try and race any of my teammates that might be going for the same power-up, and then I'll just pop the personal shield every once in a while just to make sure that I don't get shot while I'm actually physically calling in the vehicle. You're very vulnerable when you take a knee like that, trying to get in it, and this is pretty much open season right here. I don't know what these guys are thinking, running across in front of me like that. Very exposed. That guy in the A-wing was out of his mind, doing some Kurt Cobain shit, crashing into my legs. But yeah, we got these dudes completely ignoring me in this. Nice little pack of them for the orbital strike, because you can hit them easier. You can't turn your head all the way, but you can crawl in the orbital strike a little bit to the left or right, more so than you might be able to shoot. And I'm shooting at this door, the little opening on this cliff. I'm shooting right there, and if your cursor turns yellow, that means that you did some damage. So if you see me shooting at nothing, it's because my cursor is indicating that I'm getting a hit. So there might be somebody standing just on the inside of that door that's getting hit by the splash damage of my lasers. Got these guys attacking my brother over there. Pulling the orbital strike on them because I don't think I have the angle to actually shoot them with the main guns. But right here, a lot of kills, and they are not shy. They are just walking right up to me, trying to get damage in on the walker. I guess I don't know. I guess as you should. Ideally, you would not immediately die for doing that, but they do. The rebels, actually, I should say about now, they do end up winning this game, which is, obviously you want the win, but I'll take anything for a personal best like this. More guys just sat on that hill, and again, you can see the orbital strike is not following my cursor, and it seems like wherever it comes up when you switch to it is where it's going to come in. I'm not sure if that's because, I don't know, I've already proposed like why that might be. I'm not sure if it's because you only get to call in 2 orbital strikes, and then it won't let you pick where you want to put it. I don't know if that's a way that they balance it out. But I was looking over to the left a little bit for that last AT-AT. But because I know that I got a lot of kills, I don't really want to waste too much time. Unfortunately, I get sniped out by a homing shot right there. I think that's my second death of the game. But I am looking right about here where my cursor is. That's where the really good AT-AT. Third phase, the rebels are entirely exposed to most of the vehicles. You really want to get in that AT-AT if you can. But as you can see, there's somebody in it right now. Must have gotten up ahead of me, gotten in the AT-AT. So I'm just looking around for any vehicle that I can get my hands on. And the left AT-AT seems a little bit better for putting up big numbers, but I'll take whatever I can get at this point. You don't want to stand around and wait for the guy to get out of the vehicle or anything like that. So I just hop in the right one here. I haven't actually done this too much. We'll give it a try. Actually, it ends up working out pretty well. Got these red, just any little shimmer of gold on the horizon that you can hit.
Deactivated their uplink.
Keep firing, keep looking. Completely missed the turret with the under chin guns. No matter. Keep shooting, keep looking. That orbital strike wasn't gonna let me aim it for whatever reason, so I just decided not even to bother wasting the time. And just switch the main guns. Pays off here, I think, in a little bit if I can get my aim going. Yeah, right there. Just locks you in. Will let you turn. They're scared. They're scared. Keep shooting, trying to buy those last couple seconds, whatever I can get, because I do see a lot of guys out in the open right now. Whatever I can get. Last couple seconds. That's going to do it for the AT-AT. And right now I'm going to scramble just to find any kind of a vehicle that I can, because the game's about to end. Only a little while open. Obviously not going to just ignore some guys standing that close to me. I'm looking around. I'm looking for any of the vehicle coins that I can see. And end up going for the TIE interceptor here. You see again, pop the bubble because I'm going to be very exposed when I call this in. No nonsense. Up in here real quick. And the good news on this phase, the third phase, is that the rebels don't get any of their amazing starships. There's no X-Wings or A-Wings, so although I shoot at that guy just because I can see him as I'm flying up, you don't necessarily have to deal with them at all. You can leave their, what do you call it, snow speeders up, and just focus on getting kills, keeping them from being able to reactivate their uplinks or do anything interesting. Let your ground guys move into their base, shut off their uplinks, whatever you can. But yeah, you can just focus on that. I have no idea what that ion torpedo ended up doing. Just took off on me. But you see there, he had me dead to rights. He was looking right at me. Barely did any damage. So you can really leave them up. And right here, I think I'm gonna dodge this missile. Hopefully, you want to wait until it's just about to impact your ship and then do a barrel roll. If you're in an A-wing or an X-wing, it'll end up getting me anyway. I think. If you're in an A-wing or an X-wing, if you just pop your shield and do a barrel roll, it doesn't matter where the missile is, they tend to not hit you. There's been a couple instances where it hasn't turned out exactly that way, but for the most part, I found that works just fine. Here I'm just buzzing, just trying to get as many kills as I can, stay relevant in this game, and that guy gives me my third death. And right there, I checked I don't know if you guys caught it, I checked the leaderboard, and I see that I have broken my record. And the game's about to end. I'm like, surely if I'm doing that good, there's no way that we could lose this. And my decision to not fight their snow speeders comes back to bite us in the ass. And we end up having both of our walkers taken out, each by a snow speeder. And end up losing the game, but I put up a personal